All right, you guys, welcome back to our second video. All right, we're going to be doing the same thing, except now we're going to change the points that we've been given, but our steps are going to be the same. We're going to find our slope first, point slope form, and then we're going to solve for y. Remember, as I said in my first video, this is different, okay, than what is presented in Delta Math. So if you click over here and you watch the help video, the information presented is going to teach you a different way, and I'm teaching you to use point slope form. All right, so now let's look at our next example. So I have -4, -1, and I have 6, -1. So I need to find the slope first. So x1, y1, x2, y2. And I'm going to say, all right, m equals, okay? And if you need to write the slope formula, please do. So I'm going to take y2, which is -1, minus -1. And then I'm going to take 6 minus -4, 6 minus -4. Remember, I talked about in the last video, if you have a negative sign, that's the same thing as -1 plus 1. And this is the same thing as 6 plus 4. So -1 plus 1 is 0, and 6 plus 4 is 10, which means my slope is equal to 0. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so I can have a slope of 0. So I'm going to take my point slope form, so y minus y1. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and I'm going to plug in my first point here that I've identified and my slope. So y minus y1 is -1. I'm going to put parentheses around that. My m is 0 times x minus, and it's -4. Okay, now what's make this one really nice it's really easy to solve because of this 0. So y minus -1 is y plus 1, and 0 times this x minus 4, x minus -4, that's just in fact 0. And so then I just subtract 1. So I get y equals -1, and that's the equation of my line. Okay. Now, if you are willing to memorize what just happened, okay, you can actually skip all of this work. Okay. Because if you look right here, your y values were exactly the same. When that happens, y equals -1. Okay, because it's a special case. But some students don't want to memorize that. They'd rather memorize how to do the problem this way every time. Okay, but there's a much quicker way to it because when I graph these points, okay, it's the line y equals -1. Okay, all right, I'll come back in 2 more videos.